Welcome on into a live Cleveland Browns report. Matthew Peterson here hanging out with you all, going over the latest news and rumors, some players that might be entering their final season in Cleveland, and then week 2 of Madden Sim Browns versus Jags. We are going through the entire 2024 season, simming it on Madden and seeing where the chips all fall after Madden decides who the better team is. So a lot to get to on today's show. Shout out to everyone for tuning in, though. I know it is the dog days of the we're approaching the dog days. Once minicamp is over, then we truly enter the Sahara Desert. But pat yourself on the back for not being a casual, fair weather fan and hanging out with us all year long. Now, I want to ask a question to get the comment section going a little bit before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. Who was your first favorite Browns player? We got producer Trace with us today. Trace, who's your first favorite Saints player? Trace, a Saints fan.
I got to say, for me, it was probably Drew Brees.
Is he good?
Cop-out. Huh?
Like a backup quarterback?
Yeah, he's like the third or fourth string. Kind of a flex guy. Like Taysom Hill, basically. But my not cop-out is going to be Marcus Colston. He was
that's a good one.
Receiver that never made a Pro Bowl. Multiple seasons of over 1,000 yards. He was a damn good player.
Trivia, Trace, if you know it, don't answer it. Where did Marcus Colston, Marquise, I feel like it goes every way. Where did he go to college? Yeah, very deep pull right here. I don't believe this college program exists anymore.
I don't think it does either.
It's definitely not at the FBS level.
I don't think it does.
I don't know if it does. Favorite Browns player. Okay, for favorite. DeBrose is Jarvis Landry. Tyman the Buckeye is Nick Chubb. Debbie is Brian Sipe. I've got Robert saying Brian Sipe as well.
I like the Jarvis Landry.
Debbie, appreciate you for the well wishes. How are you doing today? We got some usual suspects in the chat. Let me know who your first favorite Browns player was of all time. I feel like for at least people, my age group, that's usually determined by first time you played with that team on like PS5 or like PSP. That's how I first ever played Madden. Was on my PSP. I would play NFL Europe on my PSP.
PSP, one of the greatest gaming consoles of all time. Way ahead of its time.
True but sad story. I got a PSP for Christmas, and I brought it with me on our family vacation and left it in the bed, and the maid staff changed the sheets and gobbled it all up, and then it went to the wash.
Dude, that's so tough.
Yeah, that was not ideal. That was not fun. Kenneth says Autogram. Rock says Greg Pruitt. I got Bill Nelson from Scott Zappa. Joe says Dave Logan. Scott North, Don Cockcroft as well. Debbie, my day is great. Browns Chat Sports is on. Debbie, could not agree more. All right, shout out your city for me. You guys know I love to see where everyone is tuning in from. We're going to let the audience build up for the first 5-10 minutes of the show, and then we will jump into all of our regularly scheduled programming. But let's see who the furthest Browns fan is and the closest Browns fan to, say, Cleveland Browns Stadium. We'll call that home base, and we'll go as far as possible and as close as possible. Right now, Fat Gaming is closest in Cleveland, although we're not going to get much more specific than that because I'm not trying to get you guys name and address here. We've got Alliance, Ohio. I've got Bay Area, Richmond, California. That's the furthest at the moment. Tuning in from Hazard, Kentucky. South Euclid, over now New Hampshire. Isabella's in Washington. I think Washington... Man, that and San Francisco have to be very similar distances. Depends on where in Washington you are. Are you on the coast or are you a little bit more inland? Tyman the Buckeye's not in Canada. Good one. DeBrose is in Cleveland. I've got Albuquerque, New Mexico. Can we get someone overseas? That's definitely going to win the furthest fan today. Tyman the Buckeye tuning in from the Buckeye State as always. Blake is watching from Jacksonville, Florida. I know another Blake from Jacksonville. Well, no, just Blake Bortles. But he's a really cool Blake.
That's a good Blake.
Yeah, it's a great Blake. DeBrose is not in Alaska. Nice try. All right, Jacob Kistner, appreciate you. And Tyman the Buckeye. ELE, everybody love everybody. being the kings of the Noti gang. One more question as a little bit of an appetizer for what is to come later on in the show. Should the Browns sign Hunter Renfrow? Give me a yes or give me a no. There's been some low-level chatter and rumors about the Browns and Hunter Renfrow, so we're going to bring it up on today's show. We'll break it all down and kind of trace it back to the origin, and I'll give you my thoughts on the whole subject as well. But just surface level right now, what do you think? Would you sign Hunter Renfrow? Give me a yes, give me a no. What do you all think here? Scott, what's a Hunter Renfrow? A Hunter Renfrow is something Bill Belichick would have won an extra Super Bowl with in like 2012.
Yeah, he was also a backup lacrosse player for New Hampshire Tech State A&M.
Cool guy says maybe. Jacob Smith says yes. Dr. Yorick says, nah, we good. I think there's a lot of truth to off-season brings boredom. Free agency and trades kill boredom. Let's go sign a player because we're bored. And credit to GMs for probably not acting on their boredom as much as I would if I was the GM. I'd be like, we haven't done anything in 2 weeks. We're signing someone. But I don't think this Browns wide receiver room needs Hunter Renfrow. I mean, they drafted Jamari Thrash. He's going to help out in the slot. You traded for Jerry Jeudy. He's going to work a lot in the slot. Hunter Renfrow is a slot receiver. There's just not enough pieces of the pie to go around to fill everyone up. So I don't see the need for Hunter Renfrow. All right, if you have any question, by the way, about the Browns or a hot take or an idea or anything under the sun you want to share, Super Chat, we guarantee it gets on screen. Or you can go the hashtag Browns route in the chat. Producer Trace will just pick his favorite comments when you do that. So he may pick yours, he may not. I can't guarantee it. But I can guarantee if you Super Chat, you get on screen. Speaking of Super Chats, we got a fun Super Chat menu today. If you enjoy the free content and want to go above and beyond to support the show, but no pressure whatsoever, any amount, you get a shout out. $2 Super Chat, give me your question, I'll answer it. $5, we're going to have a new addition to our Super Chat menu today. I'm bringing back the Dog Bowl. I usually only do it in season on Sundays, but we are doing a Madden sim, so it felt appropriate to bring it out for the summer. If you send in a $5 Super Chat with the correct score prediction for Browns versus Jags, which we're going to run at the end of today's show, I'll do a full Dog Bowl. Got to get the teams, the scores correct, like for both teams. So predict the winner, nail the score prediction, $5 Super Chat. I'm doing a full Dog Bowl. $10, we're bringing out our MVP offseason poster. If you want to be added to this bad boy here, along with the likes of Jeremy Stallman, Tim Green, Joshua Miller, Jacob Kistner, Ryan Chowdhury, Nicholas Akalatis, Ken G, and Sean Finnerty. Super Chat $10, and we will add you onto our MVP poster for the rest of the offseason for everyone to see. Okay, and with that being said, I'm knocking things over, my bad. One last little plug. We're going to have a Super Chat battle with our Steelers Talk channel here at Chat Sports. They're doing a Madden Sim season as well. The Steelers are 1-0 in their universe. They beat the Falcons in Week 1 in Atlanta, and so their Madden Sims will start tomorrow, Wednesday, for Week 2. And so if you want to take down Steelers Talk and Super Chats, help me out by hitting the Super Chat icon like Joshua Miller just did, and then we'll bring in enough Super Chats to hopefully defeat Steelers Talk. Okay. Joshua Miller, will Chubb pull an Adrian Peterson and be ready Week 1? Adrian Peterson in 2011, was it? Tore his ACL in Week 15 or 16.
And made it back.
For Week 1. And
wasn't that
he won the NFL rushing title in 2000 and was the MVP.
Didn't he also
unless I'm mixing up my seasons up because he won a lot of stuff.
Didn't the first carry he had too, he took it to the house?
I think it was an 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it was
an
80-yard touchdown.
Someone fact check me. I know 2012 he was the MVP. He NFL rushing leader for 2,000 yards. I think it was the 2011 season where he tore his ACL. Or was that the 2013 season when he tore his ACL?
The 2010-2011 season, no, the 2009-2010 season is the one that they lost in the NFC Championship to the Saints.
I'm looking it up.
Because the Saints won the Super Bowl in 2010.
Okay, yeah. 2012, he rushed for 2,000 yards. But when when did he come back from the torn ACL? Or when did he tear his ACL? He tore it like twice, I think, too, by the way. Because there was one year where he tore his ACL the first game of the season. Adrian Peterson. Yeah, tearing his ACL and MCL in his left knee December 24th, 2011. And then in 2012, he has the best year of his NFL career. So, Josh, can Nick Chubb pull an Adrian Peterson, be ready week 1? I don't think it's impossible. I'm not going to bet on it. I mean, the guy got ACL surgery in November. And I know Adrian Peterson got his later than November and was ready week 1. But to me, Adrian Peterson is the best running back of my generation for a reason. And this isn't a knock against Nick Chubb. I just think as fans, sometimes we get too worked up if we say one player is better than another, then that guy must suck. No. Just because you're not better than Adrian Peterson doesn't mean you're not a good running back. I mean, usually you see these types of fights happen in the NBA where it's like, who's better, Embiid or Jokic? And if you say Embiid or Jokic, you're like, the other guy sucks. No. Like, they're both incredible.
It's like the LeBron MJ debate. There's both great players, but one's better.
I don't think Nick Chubb can pull this off because I don't think Nick Chubb he's not Adrian Peterson. And that's not a slight against Nick Chubb. It's AP is AP. AP is AD. So I'm going to say no, but man, would I love to be proven wrong. All right, coming up on today's show, the latest news and rumors. And then I'm looking at 3 starters that could be entering their final season with the Cleveland Browns. And then finally, we've got a Browns versus Jags sim. Producer Trace recorded the whole sim on Madden. Like you, I'm going to be watching every single game for the first time when it unfolds. So everything is brand new to me. It's like watching for the first time with all of you. It's just not the first time for Producer Trace. So no spoilers, Trace. And then we're going to have an awesome watch party with hopefully a Browns victory. And Cleveland is 1-1 on the year after losing to the Cowboys in week 1. Okay, are we ready to jump into our live show? All right, Josh, appreciate your super chat, though. You're one of the best, always going above and beyond to support the channel. All right, let's get into a live Cleveland Browns report. We've got some rumors to get to on today's episode, but I just want to open things up by shouting out the Noti Gang members. These are people that are always in the comment section early when the video is dropped. Ty Man the Buckeye, Cool Guy Called Zone. I'll toss in Jacob Kistner in here as well on the spot. Kimberly Hurst, Dylan Sutcliffe, and Levi Mayfield. You guys are real ones. Absolute legends on the channel. So shout out to you for being a part of the Noti Gang. And if you want to get a shout out on a future show, turn on your notifications and be one of the first to comment when our video comes out. Now let's get into our rumors for the day. First one being, are the Browns going to sign Hunter Renfrow? Should the Browns sign Hunter Renfrow? Just put everything under the signing Hunter Renfrow umbrella, and you get a one Bernie head, in my opinion, which means there's small shreds of truth. I'm not going to completely dismiss it and call it fake news, but I'm not going to give it much more than just one Bernie head. So the reason why we're talking about this is because Mary Kay did a mailbag article, and someone asked her about adding someone like Hunter Renfrow. And she said, if Watson feels strongly about acquiring Renfrow, the Browns would at least consider it. And then from that snippet right there, all of the horrible Twitter aggregators like ML Football and NFL Rooms ran with it and said the Browns are looking to add Hunter Renfrow. So then people started to get curious if this thing had any legs to it. Brad Stainbrook from the Orange and Brown Report commented on it, saying, while the Browns could revisit things before training camp kicks off, the team has not had any contact with Renfrow, a league source tells the OBR.com. And whether the Browns do have interest or not, my personal opinion is I'm passing on Hunter Renfrow. I feel like trying to recreate the Clemson Tigers in Cleveland is not going to be the storybook ending people think it is. Hunter Renfrow has just not been a good football player the last 2 years. I don't know how else to tell you guys this. Like, awesome 2021 year for not having a whole lot of smoke and expectations around him. Went over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 100-plus grabs. But when I look at the last 4 years, what's the outlier? 2020, 2022, 2023? or 2021? I think the outlier is 2021. So that reason alone, we should be able to dismiss the idea of adding Hunter Renfrow. But let's take it one step further, because let's say you do believe that in a better system, in a fresh start, he could recreate that 2021 season. And signing him right now would be an absolute bargain for 1,000 yards. But when I look at Cleveland's wide receiver room, where is he going to get the snaps, right? Jerry Jeudy is a slot wide receiver. You drafted Jamari Thrash. He's going to be a slot wide receiver. David Bell is a slot wide receiver. Could Hunter Renfrow be better than those guys? Some, maybe like David Bell or maybe rookie Jamari Thrash. Definitely not Jerry Jeudy. But I don't see the point in adding someone to a spot that you've already got a lot of depth at when that player brings 300 yards last season to the table. So I'll turn it over to you guys. Should the Browns sign Hunter Renfrow? I'm going to pass. I'm not interested. I think the last 2 years we have seen Hunter Renfrow is not the 1,000-yard receiver he was in 2021. And you can attribute a lot of reasons to spotty quarterback play in Las Vegas, head coaching turnover and whatnot. But for me, I'm going to believe that the outlier is the 2021 season, not the all the other years. And then we couple that with the fact that the Browns are pretty good at slot wide receiver to begin with. But for those of you that are typing, yes, sign him, that's probably because you want to recreate the magic that Deshaun Watson and Hunter Renfrow had at Clemson. Of course, Watson connecting with Renfrow to win the college football playoff. It's time to close the yearbook. I mean, I'm not trying to do a Matthew McConaughey Lincoln commercial here. Sometimes to move forward, you have to move back. No, it's 2024. There should be zero weight given to, well, in 2016 in college, those two guys had a that was the Trump administration. It was that long ago. The first year of it. No. Close the yearbook. Do not look at 2016 as motivation to sign a player. If an injury were to pop up, okay, talk to me then. But I am not going to feed into the argument of they were pretty good in 2016. Maybe they could carry that magic over to Cleveland. How many times in sports do we see front offices and teams try to chase tandems and groups from the past and recreate it in the present? And how often does that work? Hardly ever. Second rumor I want to get to on today's show. Should the Browns extend Amari Cooper? I'm going to give this one 3 Bernie heads. This is coming from a standpoint of what I think they should do, not necessarily what I'm hearing the Browns are close to doing. But after Justin Jefferson got the bag, 4-year, $140 million contract, that's an average of $35 million per season, the highest by any non-quarterback. Of course, all the other wide receivers are looking around thinking, well, they're not going to get Justin Jefferson money. But every time the bar goes up a little bit more and more, every wide receiver is a little bit thankful because then their price goes up a little bit more. So could Amari Cooper be next for a payday, right? You look at the top 10 highest paid wide receivers in football. I don't think Cooper or the Browns know that he should be in the top 10 list just for where he's at age-wise. Is he a top 10 wide receiver? The last 2 years, he has looked like one. But the unfortunate reality for Cooper is he got his big payday. He got that 5-year, $100 million contract from the Cowboys. And I don't think he's going to find another one that gets him into the top 10 highest paid wide receivers. But that 5-year, $100 million contract, it's going to expire soon, like after this season soon. And the Browns have already done their work on Jerry Jeudy, right? They extended him to a 3-year, $52 million contract. That made him the 25th highest paid wide receiver, which is looking pretty good right now compared to a lot of the other. Not that Judy's better than Justin Jefferson or Amon-Ra St. Brown, but just value-wise, it looks like it could be a steal, right? If Jerry Jeudy goes off for not even like an insane year, but 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns, and he's a 25th highest paid wide receiver, yeah, value-wise, that's going to look like a great deal. So when it comes to Amari Cooper, I think the Browns should lock Amari Cooper up for 2 more years. He's going to turn 30 years old in a few weeks, but I still think he has plenty of gas left in the tank. And I'm going to expand on this thought in just a moment. But if you want to get your hands on some new Browns merch, go to chatsports.com/CLE Polo and get yourself a brand new Brownie the Elf polo. I put this link for you all in the comments and description of today's video. But while the summer months are here, wear your favorite team while also staying cool by going to chatsports.com/CLE polo. I don't think I need to convince anyone that Amari Cooper has been freaking awesome his 2 years in Cleveland. Back-to-back 1,100-plus yard seasons, 14 total touchdowns combined. Amari Cooper has been awesome, right? I mean, take it one step further. I'll say Amari Cooper has been better the last 2 years of his NFL career than any other 2-year stretch in his entire NFL career. So, yes, there is the age element. He's going to be turning 30 soon. But I still think Amari Cooper is playing at a high enough level where you don't want to lose him after 2024. So this would be the contract extension I would offer Amari Cooper if I were the Browns. 3-year, $63 million contract. That's an average of $21 million. That doesn't even crack the top 10 highest paid. Guarantee $40 million, and that's basically a 2-year, $40 million contract, which is what he's getting paid now, $20 million a season. So just continue the average salary he's getting right now because, yes, he's still playing at a high level, but even he knows that if he hit the open market after 2024, a 30-year-old wide receiver is not going to get a great amount of money if he does not have a superb season. So does Amari Cooper want to bet on himself this season or take $40 million guaranteed and run with it? Personally, I would do the 40 G's guaranteed, then hope he has another great season. It maybe gets a little bit more in free agency, but likely not a whole lot more for being a 30-year-old wideout. So to me, this seems like a win-win extension for both sides. Now, for all of you saying, don't extend him. He's going to be 30 years old this season. You don't want to be on the hook for 3 more years when he's 33. One, we only guaranteed $40 million. So if you're truly that concerned about the age factor, it's basically just a 2-year, $40 million contract. And if Cooper looks awesome those 2 years, great. You've got him for a 3rd season. Now, I did some digging here. And the kiss of death, which is 30 years old, is not as bad as people may think it is. But Cooper's going to be 30 this season. We're talking about Amari Cooper 31, 32, 33 for this contract extension. And so what I did was I looked at the NFL stats last year of wide receivers that are 31 years or older that had 1,000-plus receiving yards. And there were 4 guys last year that did that. Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, and Adam Thielen. So don't tell me guys can't be 31 years old and still be very productive. Keenan Allen last year had arguably the best season of his NFL career, or one of the best, at 31. So no, I'm not going to buy into the idea that just because you're 31, that means you have to suck. Tell these guys that, because they surely did not stink last year. It's also worth noting that we're sort of noticing a different trend in the NFL of receivers aging decently well. Before those 4 players got over 1,000 yards at 31 years or older, the last guy to do it was Julian Edelman in 2019. So a big jump in time between Edelman and 2023. But I think we're noticing a trend that teams, or maybe not teams, I should say, wide receivers are doing a better job of making sure that they can continue playing longer in their career, like Larry Fitzgerald did for so long, and still put together really strong seasons. So I believe Amari Cooper can play at a high level into 31, 32 years old, which is when I'm proposing that you lock him up under contract for. So would you extend Amari Cooper? Give me extend or give me decline. I just feel like he has been way too good to not take up another 2 or 3 years of his contract. So I'm typing extend down below in the comment section, but you know I always want to hear from you guys at home. All right, let's bring on producer Trizzy Trace to pick a card. Trace, which card do you want to go with?
I'm going to go with the 7 of diamonds.
7 of diamonds?
Yep.
Okay, give me the 6 of clubs.
Come on.
No. 9 of clubs. 9 of clubs. All right, that will do it for us on today's show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed our episode, leave us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help grow the channel, and we'll see you all later. Joshua Miller with a $5 super chat. Shout out to you, Josh. Should we consider the Stefanski offense somewhat of a failure now that Dorsey is installing some of the Texans' offense Deshaun Watson ran a few years ago. No, I'll disagree. I don't think Stefanski's offense is a failure, right? I think if it was a failure, the Browns wouldn't have made the playoffs last year. Now, the defense had a major reason as to how they reached the playoffs with 5 different starting quarterbacks, but I think Stefanski's offense was at least good enough for Joe Flacco to pick it up in November or December, actually, and keep this team afloat. So, was it a failure for working with Deshaun Watson? I think is kind of what Josh is getting at here. I think that's just a bit harsh. Also, I think, Josh, you might be jumping to conclusions a little bit about Dorsey installing the Texans offense. Like, let's be honest, we really don't know what is going on in Berea. I mean, Ken Dorsey was calling plays one day at OTAs. The next day, Stefanski's asked about this at the Browns golf outing, and Kevin goes, we alternate who calls plays. Like, we're just switching it up, keeping things fresh. I just think it's way too early to know what the Dorsey offense will look like versus Stefanski and how much of it will be a Ken Dorsey offense versus a Kevin Stefanski offense. So I just can't answer this question without more knowledge on it that I can't get until we reach the season. So, Josh, remember this question, and I'll give you a much more thorough answer when the season gets underway. Josh, I really do appreciate your Super Chat, though. Let's remind everyone about our Super Chat menu. So, Josh, with that $5 Super Chat, if you'd like to, Josh, predict the score for our Browns-Jags Madden sim, and if you predict it correctly, I'll do a full dog bowl for a $5 Super Chat. $2 Super Chat, ask a question. $10, we've got our MVP poster right here. So if you want to be added to it for the entire offseason, just a $10 Super Chat supports the channel and gets your name etched into Cleveland Browns history. And then most importantly, we're doing a Super Chat battle with Steelers Talk this week. They're also going to be having a Madden sim, but they do theirs on Wednesdays. So it's important to build a strong lead. I was flying a lot the last 2 weeks. Watched a movie in flight about the 1936 U.S. rowing team, Men in the Boat, I think it was called. Phenomenal film.
Was it one of those American Airlines movies?
It absolutely was. And they have very bad
stuff.
Oh, there was not a good selection right now.
Oh, really?
It's not.
See, when I flew a couple months ago, they had Talladega Nights on there, so I was set.
I watched that movie, and then I watched a Perot mystery movie that was set in Venice, and that one was okay. But no, the U.S. rowing movie was fascinating. I learned so much about rowing. I just kind of thought you just went balls to the wall the whole time, and whoever's stronger, the better rowers.
Yeah, whoever's stronger can go longer.
Yeah,
right?
Didn't realize each person in the boat has kind of a position, like a role. I don't really understand with how their roles differ.
But they have.
But they have a role. They have roles.
That's important.
So where
Texas
was I
Roadhouse
going?
also has roles.
So I think they have great roles. Where was I going with this? Super Chat battle, Steelers Talk. Let's go fuck Steelers Talk. I think that's where I was trying to get to. So help us take down Steelers Talk in Super Chats today or this entire week or this live show. We're going all over the place here. We're up to $7, so appreciate Josh for being the front runner. But if you want to ensure that we take down Steelers Talk on the field, let's get started right now in the preseason, the pre-preseason in Super Chat battles for Madden Sims. Okay, are we ready to jump into segment number 2? All right, segment number 2, and then the Madden Sim. Coming up on today's show, we're going to check out 3 starters that could be entering their final season with the Cleveland Browns. Now, before we get to all that good stuff, help us take down our like record for the last 90 days, which is 708 likes. Leave us a thumbs up if you haven't already. It really does a lot to help grow the channel. So if you enjoy our content on a daily basis, please do like the video. I know it's super cliche, but it really does help drive the metrics and bring more viewers over to the Browns Report. Okay, first player that could be entering his final season in Cleveland, I'm going to go with offensive guard Joel Bitonio. I don't like talking about this, but sometimes the difficult conversations have to be had, whether you like it or not. First, let's start by acknowledging that Joel Bitonio, who still played at a really high level last year, suffered some major injuries for the first time, at least publicly, in his career. We never know what these guys deal with that never just come out. But he had arthroscopic knee surgery during the bye week. That caused him to miss week 5 against the 49ers, and week 6 against the 49ers. And that was the first game he had missed in nearly a decade. Ended a 100-plus game Ironman streak. Lingering back issues throughout much of the season. We saw Michael Dunn fill in at times, and then battled through a high ankle sprain. Didn't even want to leave the playoff game in a blowout because he wanted to be out there with his teammates despite suffering a high ankle sprain, and left the season, and left Berea after the season was over in a walking boot. So the injuries certainly piled up for a guy that's getting up there in the age column. Now, Petonio spoke to the media at the Browns golf outing the other day, and he said, "I'm truly taking it 1 year, 1 game at a time. You never know. Joe Thomas played 11 years. I'm going to 11 years now. So it's a blessing every time I get to keep playing football. It's going to be dictated by how my body feels and how we are as a team as well. But right now, I feel good, and I'm ready for this year, and hopefully I can bounce back physically and have a great year." I interpreted, and maybe Petonio didn't mean this, but the way I read that is he needs playoff wins, or he may be looking to retire, because as he alluded to, Joe Thomas played 11 seasons. He hung it up. So he's already kind of putting that message out there that 11 years can be a really fulfilling career, and maybe the end of the career for some guys. Wink, wink, possibly me. But that last part about how we are as a team, Petonio has been here through a lot of losing. And luckily that has not been the case for the most part the last half decade or so. But I'm not sure that he wants to sign up for more losing if there isn't a whole bunch of playoff wins happening right now. So if the Browns win a playoff game or two and feel like they are that close to winning a Super Bowl, then yeah, I bet Petonio comes back. But if they have a meltdown season and he still battles with a back injury, leg injury, and everything, he may decide, I want to be able to walk like my daughter down the aisle one day or something like that. And at the rate he's going, that may not be possible. I mean, that's really sad, but that's the reality of playing in the NFL and playing in the trenches for a decade plus. So it feels like with Petonio, it could kind of go either way, but I think a big dependent is how do the Browns perform in 2024. Some more background on him, though, for a second. He's going to turn 33 years old this season. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He has made 6 straight Pro Bowls, by the way. 2-time All-Pro. He would have made 3-time All-Pro this year if he probably didn't get hurt. He's got 2 years left on a 3-year extension that him and Teller signed back in 2021. Now, he's got a decent cap hit for 2025. It's over $20 million, so the Browns would likely want to keep Petonio, but also they drafted Zach Zinter. They may know that this could be Petonio's last year, and they've got a replacement already in the chamber, and it would do them a lot in cap relief if they get that $22 million cap hit off their books. But Petonio last year, he was still one of the best guards in football. According to Pro Football Focus, he ranked 19th out of 79 players. So in my opinion, Joel Petonio can play as long as he wants. I don't think the Browns are ever going to try and push Petonio out. If Petonio wants to come back for another season, he's coming back. He has earned that. The guy's arguably, and this might sound a little hot takey, but when you really think about it, it's not that hot of a take, a future Hall of Famer, 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, Browns offensive line. Like, he's on a path to get on Hall of Fame ballots. He won't be a unanimous first, a Hall of Fame selection like Joe Thomas was, but he may very well sneak into Canton. And I don't think it's a sneak even. So if he wants to come back, by all accounts, at least in my book, he's more than welcome to come back every single year if he would like. But like he talked about, year 11, a lot of injuries last year. If the body's not feeling great and the wins aren't there, this may be the final season in Cleveland, which is sad to say out loud, but it's a real possibility. Now, who was your first favorite Browns player? I want to know in the comment section who it was. For me, I feel like this question is dictated just based off my generation of who did I dominate with when I played on Madden on my PSP. And I loved using Josh Cribbs back when kick returns were still fun. So let me know who your first favorite Browns player was. Second guy that could be entering his final season in Cleveland, you probably saw this coming. It's Nick Chubb. Again, another tough name to talk about, but we have to be big boys and big girls here and address these difficult conversations. So let's get some background information on Chubb. Final year of his contract. He's returning from multiple torn knee ligaments, like we all know, and he's going to turn 29 years old in December. Let me just start off by saying I sure hope that Nick Chubb is back in 2025. I want to see Chubb return for another season. If Chubb is back in 2025, to me, if that is something that my crystal ball tells me, I can deduce two conclusions. One, he was really good in 2024, good enough to come back in 2025. And two, it's Nick Jamal Chubb. Like, why wouldn't you want him back for another season? Now, I know that when you get up there in the H column as a running back, your average Joe fan goes, oh, he's washed, he's old, kick him to the curb, he can't produce anymore. You're not completely wrong. Like, that is true for a lot of running backs. But can we all agree Nick Chubb is different, right? I mean, he is not the same species as you and I. The guy squats like 1,000 pounds every single June. Now, I did look at running backs who are 29 years or older, because Nick will turn 29 in December, who had 1,000-plus rushing yards. Derrick Henry did it last year, had 1,100 yards. He definitely didn't look like the Derrick Henry that really dominated for that 5-ish year stretch. Raheem Mostert also quietly sneaked into that one. Before that, though, you had to go all the way back to 2019. Carlos Hyde, Mark Ingram. Adrian Peterson did it a couple of times, actually, but that's Adrian Peterson for you. And then LaShawn McCoy did it with the Bills in 2017. When I look at that list, like, what tier do you think Nick Chubb is closer to? The Derrick Henry, the Adrian Peterson, the LaShawn McCoys of the world, or the guys that fall off a cliff when they turn 27, 28? I think he's more like the Derrick Henry, APs, and LaShawn McCoys of the world. So if Chubb looks good, bring him back. I'm sure Nick Chubb would love to come back for 2025. Obviously, the financial situation will be a major factor in this, but put money aside. If Chubb comes out this year and has a solid season, that doesn't even mean he has to rush for 1,000 yards. But if he comes back starting like week 4 and puts together 850 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns, yeah, bring back Nick Chubb, because I think he's a player worth holding on to a year too long compared to letting him go a year too early, the Patriots model, because of the impact he's had on this city and on this team since being picked in 2018. So I'd rather be proven wrong by Nick Chubb than let him go and have him go off for 1,000 yards for like the Cardinals next year. That would just eat me alive inside. So what's your prediction for Nick Chubb next year? Or this season, I should say now. Over or under 1,000 rushing yards in 2024? Let me know in the comment section below if you think Chubb can eclipse 1,000 rushing yards. Personally, I'll go with over. Just want to get the good vibes in the world. Obviously, it takes a little bit extra knowledge to answer this question without knowing how many games he plays. So when we get a better idea as we get closer to week 1 when he'll be making his return, I'll give you a much more candid response. But for now, yeah, put me in the overs club. Third player that could be entering his final season in Cleveland, Amari Cooper. For some similar reasons to Nick Chubb, like Chubb, he's entering the final year of his contract. He's also getting up in the age column. He turns 30 years old in June, which is just kind of crazy to think about, that Amari Cooper was the 4th overall pick, I think, in the 2014 NFL draft. Nick Chubb, 2nd-round pick in 2018, and they were 1 year apart. Or was Cooper in 2015? Still, like, Amari Cooper is really, really young for how long he's been in the career. Now, Cooper, the last 2 years combined for 2,410 yards. That is 8th best by all wide receivers in the NFL. I would extend Amari Cooper. I think Amari Cooper has shown us the last 2 years in Cleveland that he has a lot of good football left in him. And honestly, it feels like he's kind of just scratching the surface at times with the way he plays. So I'd like to see Amari Cooper get extended, right? You look at what he's done the last 4 years, and he's played some of the best football of his NFL career, regardless of who's at the quarterback position. So to me, I'd like to see Amari Cooper come back, but we have to acknowledge the business side of things here, and he enters a contract year. He's going to turn 30 years old in June, And the Browns just traded and extended Jerry Jeudy. I still think they can afford Cooper and Jeudy, but maybe they decide, you know what? We put a lot of the budget for our wide receivers in Jerry Jeudy, and we like to see more from Elijah Moore and see if he can make a return because he's got age on his side. So I want to believe that there's a way they can pay Cooper, Jeudy, and maybe more, but probably unlikely to run it back with all three guys in 2025. But if I had to pick two to run it back with, yeah, of course I'm taking Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy over Jeudy and Moore. Now, maybe the Browns, do some advanced planning here, and they extend Amari Cooper now. And that kind of frees up a need for them in the 2025 NFL draft. I know I'm thinking way ahead, but just stick with me here because they're going to be back in round one for the first time since taking Greg Newsome in 2021. And when they return to round one, I'm sure Andrew Berry will be itching to go get a really highly, touted player. And if they re-sign or extend Amari Cooper, wide receiver is no longer a pressing need for them. And that could free up their first-round pick to be allocated to, say, left tackle, where Jed Wills could very likely be gone after this season. And then you reset at left tackle, and you've got a cheap left tackle for the foreseeable future. Whereas if you let Amari Cooper go, now you got to use that first-round pick maybe on a wide receiver, and left tackle is a vulnerable spot for you, where you could go left tackle in round one, extend Cooper, and if you want, you can double dip back in round two for wide receiver. Every single draft class appears to be getting better and better at the wide receiver position. Before we sign off, I just want to show some love to some recent subscribers here at the channel. Alex Norman, James Stewart, Lisa Riley, Ricky Gaming, and Robert Cole. Appreciate you guys for joining the channel. If you want to get a shout out, hit the sub button down below. We do some shout outs every so often here on the channel, so really appreciate those of you that took the time to hit the sub button down below and hang out with us here at the Cleveland Browns Report. All right, let's bring out producer Trizzy Trace. Trace, which card do you want to go with?
I'm liking the 7 of spades.
7 of spades?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go with the Jack of diamonds. Okay, you ready? Jack of clubs.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Jack of clubs. And I really felt good about the Jack selection, too.
Dude, that's a bad break.
That's nightmare fuel. Okay. We're going to bounce back. That will do it for us on today's show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave us a like if you did, and we'll be sure to catch up with you guys later here on the channel. TJ Showman Golf. Let's go, TJ. Chubb is not leaving. We need Batman. It's good seeing you, Petey. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. You know what? It is game day in Madden. Every single super chat from here on out, we're singing "Here We Go, Brownies."
I love it. I need to start barking.
I'm embarrassed that I didn't think of this earlier in the day.
Hey,
TJ's doing my job for me.
It's okay.
He's picking me up right now.
That's why we have great subscribers, because they pick us up, make us better. Good stuff, guys.
Okay. I need to add TJ, I believe. Yes, I do. To our MVP Wall of Fame for the offseason. In the meantime, Trizzy Trace, can you give some shout-outs?
All right. Everyone type "Here We Go, Brownies" or "Woof" in the comment section if you want a shout-out on the show. Shout out to Christopher for keeping this chat going. Kathy, always keeping the chat alive. Tyman's typing "Woof." Jacob typing "Woof." So Tyman beat Jacob in the comments.
Okay, TJ has been added. TJ, you're right there, buddy.
Forever ingrained in history.
Bingo. I'm going to Canton in August, and I'm going to bring that with me. And that's going to be the first thing you see when you walk into the museum. Dog Pound, Browns Report, MVP crew. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You think so too? We'll get to that. We'll do the weigh-in, and then we'll do the matchup graphic. Yep. Those two, kind of bang, bang. Okay. So, really quickly, can we just throw the Super Chat menu up on screen? We're going to start the Madden Sim in 30 seconds, I promise. Just a quick reminder for anyone that just tuned in to the show. We've got a fun Super Chat menu laid out today. If you want to see me do a full dog bowl, by the way, this is my dog's old water bowl. I'll pour a whole beer in there. If you send in a $5 Super Chat with the correct score. So if you get the correct score, I'll do a full dog bowl. $5 Super Chat. $10, like we just did with TJ, will add you to our dog pound poster for the offseason. $2 Super Chat, ask me any question you'd like. And then we're doing a Super Chat battle with Steelers Talk. Now, their live show will be tomorrow, Wednesday, so it's important to build a good lead. Right now, we're up to $27. I will add that if you Venmo at Matthew Petey any amount, it gets doubled and added to the pot for our battle with Steelers Talk. So if you Venmo in a $10 Venmo, that turns into $20. So it's $47 now going up against Steelers Talk and whatever they put together tomorrow. So Venmo at Matthew Petey, any amount you'd like, and it's doubled for our battle against Steelers Talk in Super Chats for this week. So that is the Super Chat menu. Are we ready to jump into our Madden Sim? If you're ready, hit that like button, and let's get into a Browns-Jags Week 2 Madden Sim. Welcome into our Week 2 Madden Sim between the Browns and the Jags. In this Madden universe, both teams enter 0-1. Cleveland lost Week 1 at home against the Dallas Cowboys, and the Jags come off a Week 1 loss against the Miami Dolphins on the road. Before we start the sim, let me know who you got in the comment section below. You got the Browns, or do you have the Jags? Now, quick context here. As we watch the simulation together, I am watching it for the first time. Producer Trace did the whole recording. He knows what happens. I don't know what happened. So, Trace, without further ado, let's jump into Browns, Jags, Week 2 from Duval, baby. Here we go. Deshaun, oh, look at the white face masks. I've never seen a fan base get more passionate about the coloring of face masks.
Had to add the white back in there.
Yes.
That was one thing we were not going to do. We were not going to roll with the old face masks.
All right, let's go. I'm kind of fired up right now because it's Week 2, and it already feels like a must-win game for these two teams because they're both 0-1.
Yeah,
you both 0-2, your season's over.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So, I mean, it is hungry dogs running faster right now. Let's go. Browns, Jags. I think it's still TIAA Bank Stadium. I kind of feel like they might have renamed it. Okay. Anywho, here we go. Sean Watson. Look at Dougie P. Got a statue waiting for him in Philly. Already there. But he's focused on the Jags today. Trevor Lawrence. I got the flow going. Who you got? Browns or Jags? Get in the comment section as we get ready for kickoff between Cleveland and Jacksonville. Let's go. Spam your CLEs. This is a good little appetizer for the 2024 NFL season. It'll be Jacksonville to kick off, and the Browns will get the ball to start the game, which I think in Madden is a good way to do it. Yeah. 6-minute quarters. You want to get that ball first. You want to pounce on it.
Well, you got to show them in a must-win game, you're trying to win the game.
Yep, exactly. All right. From Northeast Florida, we've got Jacksonville and Cleveland kicking off. Here we go. Return out of the end zone, across the 15, out to the 20, and that is where Nyheim Hines is stopped. So Deshaun Watson and company will take over at their own 20-yard line. Watson looks a little fat. Did he put on some weight between the 2 weeks? Yeah. All right, so Deshaun Watson and company getting ready for series number 1. 1st and 10 for Cleveland at their own 10-yard line. Come on, boys. Let's go. Got a long play call. Despite it being the first play, you think they would have talked about that like on the sideline before going out there. But that's fine. Watson breaks the huddle, lines up in shotgun, takes the snap. Watson throwing over the middle. That is caught. First down. Let's go. Amari Cooper, in a very tight quarter situation, hauls it in for 11 yards, and the Browns are quickly moving down the field. I thought for a moment that might get picked off. Not going to lie. He kind of just laid it up there.
It looked like he jumped the route.
Yeah. Out to the 32. Deshaun back in shotgun. Takes the snap. Watson looking to pass again, throwing to his right. That is caught, but not for a big gain. Maybe a yard or two. 2nd and 8, it looks like. The Browns last week were able to run the ball very well with Nick Chubb for good stretches, especially in the second half. I'd like to see them run the ball here. I don't want to see 4 straight passes. Call me old-fashioned. It is 4 straight passes. And that's a call for a first down. Let's go. That's a big middle finger to the boomers like me. 3 passes to open up the game, 2 first downs. Amari Cooper on the receiving end of that slant route. Good throw from Watson. Good catch by Coop. And the Browns are already out towards midfield. Let's go. Span those ones. Span those ones. First down, Brownies. 1st and 10, Cleveland. That's why I get the ball first. Nice long drive. Keep Lawrence on the sideline. Watson under center at his own 48. Takes the snap. Handoff. Chubb running. Chubb nearly able to slip the tackle, but is that Trayvon Walker, I think? No, I don't remember what Walker is. Or Devin
Still
Lloyd.
got a yard.
Yeah. Got a yard. 2nd and 9. That's Josh Allen. That was silly of me. 2nd and 9. Watson back in the gun. Takes the snap. It's another run for Chubb. Good run for Chubb. Gain of 4 or so. That'll make it 3rd and manageable. Chubb hurt?
It's
Chubb. He looks slow getting up.
down.
I think Chubb's fine. Okay, Chubb is fine. After last year, I'm taking
Can't have Chubb being hurt.
no precautions. Watson in shotgun. Here we go. Spam. No, don't spam 3. It's offense. Snap to Watson. 3rd and 5. It's a screen caught by Chubb. He's got blockers. Chubb gets the first down. Good job, Nick. Let's go. 3rd first down of the drive, and the Browns are across midfield. Defense is enjoying the nice Florida sun. Everyone's having fun right now. There's a pool. What's not to love? It's Duval County on a Sunday, and the Browns are driving. Shotgun snap to Watson. Throw over the middle is caught. Gain of 5 or so. Is that Elijah Moore? Indeed. I'm kind of concerned that I can tell which player is which, just based off the body size of their Madden
Their
character.
Madden builds. Yeah.
That's a little concerning that I've gotten to that level. 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line. Watson lines up under center. Takes the snap. Drops back. Looking to pass. Watson going to the right. That is caught, I think. Yes, David Njoku. What's it, the 4th player? Cooper, Moore, Njoku, Chubb to catch a pass on this opening drive. Everyone's getting involved right now. Another first down. 1st and 10, good guys. Browns out to the Jacksonville 26. Watson under center. Bit of a bunch formation. It's a run. No, it's a pass. Play action goes deep. That is caught. 1st and goal. Let's go. David Njoku on the play action. Wide open. And the Browns have 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Good throw by Deshaun. He puts it right on the money. And Njoku has the Browns deep into Jacksonville territory. 1st and goal, Cleveland. Deshaun in shotgun at the 7-yard line. Takes the snap. It's a pass. Looking. Goes to his left, and that is incomplete. Watson took a bit of a hit at the end of the play. Just 1 run so far on this drive.
I'd like to see.
2 runs so far.
I'd like to see Nick Chubb punch this one in.
Yeah, I would agree. I would like to see Nick Chubb get the rock here too.
Let Watson use his legs.
Watson under center, 2nd and goal. Play fake again. Watson, he'll run it to the right. Watson's gonna walk in for a touchdown. Let's go!
Let's go, Browns!
Span those TDs. That's what I'm talking about. Touchdown, Cleveland. Watson, with I think his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season in our Madden universe here. I think he had one of the Cowboys game. Browns on top. Let's fucking go. Spam those TDs. That felt good.
That did feel good.
You know what? I've got a really good friend who always bets 1st touchdown quarterback. It's exhilarating. You never see it coming. And then they just kind of either QB sneak it or run it in. Tyler, if you're watching, that one was for you. 7-0 good guys. Browns on top. About a minute and change in the opening quarter. Trevor Lawrence. Is Trevor Lawrence? He's good. I'm still a believer in Trevor Lawrence, although he regressed last year in year number 3, which is not a good thing to see. Make sure to subscribe, by the way, to the channel if you have not already. We're going to be doing Madden Sims all summer long into the season, and then we have real watch parties. So be a part of our Madden watch parties here, and hit the sub button down below as the kick return is across the 20-yard line and stopped just after the 25. So Trevor Lawrence and company will have average starting field position as we get our first look at the Browns defense. I'm going to call it Myles Garrett right now. He was a no-show in week 1 in the Madden world. Didn't even breathe on Dak Prescott. I need a Myles Garrett sack today. I need a strong year from Myles Garrett. Let's get that. Seven nothing Brownies. Let's go, boys. Lawrence. He's got Brian Thomas now. Didn't think about that. Yeah. I'm kind of excited for week 1 because you've kind of like forgot about all the draft picks. Right. And you're like, oh, he wears that number? Like, I didn't know that. Snap to Lawrence in the gun to hand off to Trevor Etienne. And he is going to go for a nice run of about 10 yards or so. Hey, Travis Etienne. Wait, which one's the Florida one? Which one's in the NFL right now? It's Travis Etienne. Trevor's at Florida. Although Trevor transferred to Georgia, I think. Yeah, Trevor transferred. He stopped driving like the rest of the Bulldogs. And it's another run for the Jags, and quickly the Jacksonville Jaguars have picked up about 15 or so yards on the ground. Don't draft Etienne in fantasy this year. The buzz coming out of Jacksonville was he's not going to be, a 3-down back for them. 1st and 10 Jags. They're at their own 41. Lawrence in shotgun. A third straight run, and another good one too. Gain of 16 yards. Is Joe Woods calling plays defensively? This Browns defensive line has got no push. They are being bullied at the line of scrimmage right now by Jacksonville, who has rushed for over 25 yards on the ground already. Jags at the Browns' 45-yard line. This Browns defense has yet to wake up this year, and I'm genuinely concerned that's going to happen in real life. End of the first quarter. So after 6 minutes in the Madden world, it's 7-0 Brownies. Let's go. Man, got to ditch the Joe Woods run defense here and get ourselves back on track. By the way, go check out our Browns polos at chatsports.com/CLE polo. If you want to get your hands on this brand new awesome Browns polo with Brownie the Elf on it, chatsports.com/CLE polo. All right, let's get back to our game now here. As the Jags have run it every single play. It reminds me of the Falcons game 2 years ago. And they run it again. And it's another decent gain. Gain of 3. Better stop for the Browns defense that time than the first 3 goes. 2nd and 7. And what a part in Doug Peterson's hair. Did not do many favors. Lawrence in shotgun. Will he throw it for the first time? He was afraid to do it when they played in Cleveland last year. He's going to hand it off again, and why wouldn't he? It's another huge run for Etienne. Travis Etienne is all the way down to the 3-yard line. Travis Etienne has nearly 75. He's got about 75 yards on the ground so far in the opening drive.
That's
not good. That is Joe Woods wearing a Jim Schwartz costume. I need Fred and the rest of the mystery gang to pull the mask off of Jim Schwartz and go, who's really under here? First and goal, Jacksonville. They're going to run it.
Kids.
They're going to run it, and they're going to score on the first play. Lawrence in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off. It's a run. It's a touchdown. I told you guys. Why wouldn't you? Browns' run defense could not stop a nosebleed. Travis Etienne is in for 6. Pitiful. Just no push. No effort. That's what's really riling me up right now. Didn't look like anyone gave a shit. Extra point is up, and it is good. So it is 7-7, and it looks like we are in for a bit of a shootout if the defenses continue playing this way, as both offenses march down the field for touchdown drives. Yeah. All right, before we get to the rest of our Madden Sim, if you're just tuning in right now during our live show and you want to support the channel, Super Chats are a great way to do so. Super Chat any amount, get a shout out. $2, ask a question. It's a little late for the correct score dog bowl, but you know what? We'll keep it open till halftime. How about that? That's the PD difference right there. And then $10 gets you added to our Dog Pound MVP poster. We added TJ Showman Golf to it today. We can add you as well with a $10 Super Chat. And then a $50 Super Chat. Oh, I beg your pardon. And then we're also in a Super Chat battle with our Steelers Talk channel here at Chat Sports. So Super Chat today and help us take down Steelers Talk in overall Super Chats for the week. And if you want to really go above and beyond, if you Venmo at Matthew Petey, any amount, it'll be doubled when we go head-to-head with Steelers Talk in Super Chat. So it'll count twice when comparing the Super Chats from both watch parties. All right, let's get back to our Madden stream now, as the Jags are going to kick it off to restart the game, 7-7. Return starts at the goal line. Hines across the 20. No, not even at the 20. North and south. Fat Watson takes the field again. The rib protector is kind of weird on him. His chest protector goes out too far.
It's like he has a beer gut at the bottom of his ribs.
Yeah.
Like in his ribs.
1st and 10 Cleveland. 7-7 ball game.
Is that those Chili's baby back ribs we're talking about?
May very well be. Good thinking. All right, Watson under center. Takes the snap. It's a handoff. And a nice run here for Nick Chubb. Gain of 10. Good job, Chubb. Now the Browns are giving the Jags a taste of their own medicine, pounding it on the floor. 2nd and inches is what they rule. Run it again. Get the first. Actually, no, take a shot. It's early in the game. Take a shot. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap. They do run it, and it's an easy first down for Nick Chubb. Gets about 5 yards or so. If that's late in the game, yeah, get the first down, stay on track. First half, 2nd and inches, take a shot. If you don't get it, 3rd and inches, you run it then.
Yeah, no doubt.
1st and 10, Brownies. Offense is going to need to put up points today if the defense does not wake up, which it did not the first drive. Watson in shotgun, takes the snap. It's a pass, rolls to his left, then throws over the middle. That is caught, but not for a big gain. Amari Cooper kind of pinballed around a few defenders as it's a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Cleveland. Let's go, boys. Come on. Watson in shotgun at his own 37-yard line. Takes the snap. It's a play fake. Watson going to dump it off. This is caught, and a gain of about 3 or 4 by Nick Chubb. 3rd and 3. Let's go, boys. What would you do? Run or pass here? I'm down to run it. And I know that's old man football, but you ran the ball pretty well the first 2 handoffs on this drive. 3rd and 3. It's a snap to Watson. Quick throw to the left. That's incomplete. Just missed the target. Missed his man. And now the Browns are going to punt.
Put in Jameis Winston.
That's the Saints from Saints Now host Trace Gerard coming out. All right. 4th and 3. Corey Bojorquez is on to punt for the first time today. Punt is off. Good looking punt. Return starts at the 11, across the 20, across the 25, over to the 30, and about a 19-yard return. Is that P.J. Washington maybe? As Travis Etienne, who I said don't draft in fantasy this year, is proving me wrong. 6 carries, 73 yards, 1 touchdown for the former Clemson Tiger. Let's go, boys. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. Need to stop. Just the 2nd quarter, but you know what? Feeling like momentum could get out of control if they don't get a stop here. Lawrence in the gun. It's another handoff and another positive run for ETN. Gain of 7. I don't think Jacksonville's going to pass it once today. Why would they? Every run has worked. 2nd and 4. Someone take control of this defense. Lawrence lining up in shotgun. First pass of the day over the left side is caught for a decent gain of more. Oh my God, inside the 20-yard line. Gotta be kidding me. No, not Calvin Ridley. I didn't see the number. 0 was Calvin Ridley. Yeah. Lawrence at the 19-yard line in the shotgun takes the snap, throws to his right. That is caught, and I think that's Evan Ingram picking up about 5 yards or so. Grant Delpit made the tackle. That was Brian Thomas? Okay. I thought it was 0, but maybe it was just 7. So the rookie makes a big play on the Browns defense, and Jacksonville is comfortably in field goal range. Let's see if the Browns can keep them to just 3 points here. 2nd and 6. Snap to Lawrence. It's another pass over the left side. That is caught. 1st and goal. Oh, it's Gabe Davis. That's who it is. That's 0. I didn't know he was number 0 in Jacksonville. 1st and goal. Got a bad feeling. From the 3-yard line, Lawrence under center. They've run the ball so well today. It's a pass, and it is wide open touchdown. Gabe Davis. Fuck. Playing the violin. Quite the musician you are, Gabriel. After the Browns put up 7 points, Jacksonville responds with 14, and they have the lead. It's been 6 quarters, and I have not seen more than one good play defensively. When is this defense going to wake up? Some of you are laughing at me because it's Madden. But damn it, it's difficult for defenses to stay consistent year to year. And we need the Browns defense this year. Because sure as hell we can't bank on the offense. Jacksonville, by the way, will get the ball to start the second half. So with 33 seconds left, the Jags will kick it off. The Browns have all 3 timeouts. I'll say it, if they don't get a field goal on this drive here, game over. Stop the stream. Jags kick it off to restart the game. Let it go, Hines. Damn it. Across the 20. No, he never gets it across the 20. Next week, we're benching Naheem Hines. We're done. I'm done with this bullshit.
Get him off the team!
He takes it 3 yards out of the end zone, and he gets to the 19, and he runs 4 seconds of clock off in a 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Could Jerry Jeudy touch the ball? I mean, I know I'm just getting picky right now, but let's get him the football. 29 seconds, all 3 timeouts remaining from the 20-yard line. Watson in shotgun takes the snap. Pressure coming. Quick throw is incomplete. That went for Jerry Jeudy, it looked like. So
yeah, it looked like he was targeting.
They're listening. I know they're listening. Denzel Ward's gassed. Every defender on this team should be embarrassed. 2nd and 10. Watson in shotgun takes the snap. It's a high snap. Handoff. Run for Chubb. Good run, Chubb. Gain of 13. Call timeout. Call timeout. Browns use their first of 3 timeouts. Gain of about 12 or so. That gets the Browns up to the 32-yard line. A solid, I don't know, 25-ish yards away from Dustin Hopkins' range. Maybe 30. 1st and 10. Watson in shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a pass. Looking. Throwing to the left. Wide open. There we go. Gain of 12. David Njoku. Stay on your feet, though. Get out of bounds. Browns use their second timeout. They have one timeout remaining now. 17 seconds, and they're at midfield. I want another 15 yards for Dustin Hopkins to be in comfortable range. No, make it 20 yards. I didn't realize that they're own 45. Watson back in shotgun, takes the snap, looking, throwing to his left. That is caught. Get out of bounds! They have to use the third and final timeout. Do not flex, Jordan Akins. Do not flex for burning the final timeout. 1st and 10. They're at the Jags 45-ish yard line. 11 seconds left. Watson in shotgun. It's got to be out of bounds. Snap to Watson. Throw. Caught. If you do not get out of bounds for all things holy. David Njoku, thank you. He didn't get out of bounds. Oh my God. They ruled the tackle was made in bounds? You got to be shit pumping me. That's the half. Are they allergic to the white chalk on the sideline? 14-7.5. Season's over. All right. We have a polo. I don't know why you'd buy it. Season's over. Chatsports.com/CLE polo. I put the link in the comments. Don't click on it. They don't want to come to play. Embarrassed week 1 at home against Dallas. Defense is MIA. Put out an Amber Alert for 11 guys with shoulder pads, helmet on, in brown and orange and white. F. It's an F. It's an F. You're 0-1, and no one wants to play. Yeah. Second half starting. Here we go. So one good play the entire game so far for Cleveland. Here we go. Second half. Who do they play week 3? They play the Giants, I believe. They go home and they play the Giants week 3. Week 4, who do they play? Look at Mac Jones. Versus Giants, and then at Raiders, right? Oh, it's a 3-game road trip following their home game against the Giants. All right, boys. You got 12 minutes to fight for the rest of your lives. Bojorquez will kick off. It's Jacksonville football, by the way. I don't know if you caught that. Jags to receive. Oh, what do you know? Return man takes a nice, smart kneel. Naheem Hines would never. Get your own Ford back there. Lawrence. Does his hair get longer? Looks like he's in like an Australian boy band.
I was going to say he looks like an 80s hair band.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that.
Lawrence under center. Takes the snap. Oh, it's just a clusterfuck back there. And finally, the Browns defense capitalizes on a little bit of a miscue from the Jags offense. Just a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Have yet to say Myles Garrett's name in 6 quarters. Would love to. Give me a reason, 95. Lawrence under center. Takes the snap. It's another run. It's another first down and more. Remember 2 years ago, the Falcons game, when Atlanta ran every single play to go win the game? And then I think it was the very next week, Browns were home against the Chargers, and the Chargers at the time were their worst rushing team in football, and they ran for over 200 yards. This is worse than that. As Lawrence throws it over the middle. Okay, good play. Good job, Grant. Nice job, Delpit. Nice pass break up there on the hard hit. 2nd and 10. I think this is the first time the Jags have had 2nd and 10. Yeah, without a doubt, it is. Think about that. They haven't even faced 2nd and 10.
I think they've had positive yards every play.
Yes, without a doubt. Lawrence throws. Broke it up. Delpit's waking up. Who wants to follow him? Who's next? 3rd down. Spam those threes. Lawrence in shotgun on 3rd and 10. Garrett, get home. Snap to Lawrence. Lawrence rolling to his right, chucking down the field. Has a man wide open. Oh, my goodness. Brian Thomas gets behind the defense, and it's a huge gain. Whole defensive line is standing up. First and 10, Jacksonville. They're going to win this game 35-7. At the 14-yard line, they score on this play here and end the sim. Lawrence takes the snap, rolls to his right, broken up. Is that Delpit? It's Greg Newsome. Okay.
I mean, he brought the boom with that hit.
Sure did. Newsome had the big pick against the Cowboys week 1. Gave the Browns a lifeline. Ultimately didn't change the result, but it helped. 2nd and 10. Lawrence takes the snap. It's another run for Etienne, and Etienne is going to get into the end zone. I want all 11 defenders fired. Replace them all. Get me Keanu Reeves and the rest of the cast from the replacements. I was in the Atlanta airport last week. Bayon Love, the actor from the replacements, was sitting 5 feet in front of me. Put him on the defensive line. He's the guy from Elf, who's like the manager of the department store, Grimley. I can't remember. Yeah, Gimbals. He'd be better than anything the Browns have going on defense right now.
What if you recruited some guys from the Mean Machine?
Oh, are you kidding me? We'd be in the Super Bowl if we had the Mean Machine defense right now. It's 21-7 bad guys. Yeah. All right. We're not giving up. Super chat any amount, get a shout out. $2 super chat, ask a question. I'll keep the deal going. $5 super chat. You have a big advantage right now, knowing what the score is midway through the 3rd quarter. Predict the correct score of the $5 super chat, and I'll do a full dog bowl. And then $10 super chat gets you added to our dog pound poster. And we are battling Steelers talk in super chats this week. Right now, up to $27. Their Madden watch party is tomorrow, Wednesday. So we've got to give ourselves a good enough lead, a good cushion that they can't pass us. So if you want to help us take down Steelers talk, because sure as shit, the Browns team isn't taking down anyone this year, at least we can win at Chat Sports. Super chats greatly appreciated. Let's go. Resuming action now. Nyheim Hines, if you take this ball out of the end, stream's over. He's so lucky. He's so lucky. He's not going shit. Okay, nice job. That's the 28-yard line.
So
that's a start.
Game plan. If you're the Jags, kick it to Nyheim Hines outside of the end zone, and then the Browns have a better field position.
Yeah. All right. 1st and 10. Browns need a touchdown here. Field goal is not going to cut it. What? Make it 21-10 going into a 6-minute 4th quarter? You're done. Watson with a pretty good field position at his own 27, 28. takes a shotgun snap, handoff, Nick Chubb, gain of maybe 2. 2nd and 7 officially. Stefanski, I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing's worked. 2nd and 7. Watson lines up under center. Takes the snap. It's a run for Chubb. Nice run. Chubb picks up about 8 or 9 yards. First down, Cleveland. Here we go. No. No clapping. There is no positive reinforcement until they score a touchdown. They are in a timeout right now.
I redact
the whole
my
roster.
claps.
Yeah.
I redact my claps.
Snap? That's got to be the opposite of a clap.
Yep.
No positive reinforcement. 1st and 10. Snap to Watson. Another run for Chubb. He's wrestled down, gain of just 2. Josh Allen brings him down from behind. 2nd and 8. I personally love running the ball when you're down 21 points or down 14 points going into the end of the third quarter.
In a must-win game.
Yeah, must win. Let's burn some clock, Kevin. Watson under center. Takes the snap. It's another, play fake this time. Throwing over the middle, has a man. Let's go, go, Cooper, go. Amari Cooper, touchdown. Let's go. Positive reinforcement now. Cooper, baby.
Let's go. Come on, Coop.
We're back.
We're
Season's
so
back, baby.
We're so back.
Season is back. Amari Cooper slips out of a tackle. Let's go. Span those 2s. Touchdown, Brownies. Season is saved.
Season is alive.
Season's alive, baby. Woo! That felt good. We needed that. Oh, the Browns needed that big play. Extra point is up, and it's good. Defense, just do one good thing. Just do one good thing.
We need one stop.
The defense right now is like the new hire at your company. Just pick up lunch. Don't need a whole lot from you the first week.
Just post on Facebook.
Just
pick
don't
up lunch.
be like Michael's nephew in the office and doesn't mail anything and gets all the wrong coffee
Gets the wrong coffee orders, yep.
And then gets enough ice cream.
A single pint.
Like soy, too. Just do something nice, defense. 21-14 Jags. Let's go. Returns across the 15. Oh, good work, special teams. Takes him down at the 20-yard line. Defense, let's go.
Come on, D.
Feed off of the momentum from the offense right now.
Dude, what great breakaway speed from Coop in this game, too. Like, I know he's
That's
fast.
why I've been advocating to extend him. He's only, I know he's 30, but he's still playing he's 25. Well. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 Jags. Up by 7. Late third quarter. A lot of time left. Lawrence under center. Takes the snap. It's a run. ETN's able to turn about a 3 or 4 yard gain into an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. I love Kathy right now in the chat, spamming defense, as is Ty Man the Buckeye. 2nd and 2. Lawrence back in the gun from his own 28. Run, ETN, and it's a big gain. Pick up about 10 or so yards. First down, Jacksonville. What do you think is worse, getting torched on the ground or in the air?
Yes.
I'm going to say on the ground because on the air, you can kind of accept that with just how football is played, that you get more yards in the air than on the ground.
And quarterbacks are so good now these days.
Oh, it's another big run. Whereas on the ground, it feels like the solution's pretty simple. Just put more bodies there. And when you do that and it still doesn't work, man, do you feel helpless.
And the other more frustrating one is just wrap up.
Yeah.
Make the tackle. Don't hit him. Don't make the highlight reel. Make the tackle.
2nd and 1, Jags. Snap. Handoff. Oh, quarterback keeper. Oh, damn it. Make the tackle.
See, that's when you got to hit stick him because the quarterback's going to fumble.
Za'Darius had an opportunity to take down Trevor Lawrence for a loss. It's 1st down, Jags. Come on. They cross midfield with that play. Lawrence back under center, and what will be the last play of the third quarter. It's a run for ETN. It's another first down, or close to it. Jacksonville has just been running all over this Browns run defense. 1st and 10 Jags to start the fourth quarter. Browns defense needs a sack, a takeaway. They need some play. They haven't made a single play all day. No one has made a single play that would go on a highlight reel. What, you want to brag about Grant Delpit's pass breakup?
You said
on
defense. Defense. I mean, the pass breakup and the Greg Newsome play. Like, those are really the only two good ones. Outside of that, it's been Travis Etienne feasting all over the Browns, which is unfortunate.
Okay.
Before we finish the last quarter, Petey.
I will probably take back my previous ad read for this one because now it's a 7-point game.
Yeah.
So please do get a Browns polo. I try to be honest with you guys. Chatsports.com/CLE Polo. If you want to get some new Browns gear in your closet while the summer months are here, a Browns polo is an awesome addition. I put that link in the comments and description of today's video. By the way, make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Get yourself the best Browns off-season content. Who else is doing 17 Madden simulation games? No one. That's what we do here. It's the Donnie difference. Name that movie. Great movie. Start of the fourth quarter. Jags at the Browns 38. It's a pass for Lawrence. Over the middle. Incomplete. Okay. Down the left side. Man, there's nothing better, though, when the offense opts to pass and you're like, please pass just so there's a chance it's an incomplete pass. And you can kind of just catch your breath.
Yep.
Like, I know the possibility is much worse of a huge gain, but we need that slim chance of an incompletion. 2nd and 10, Lawrence in shotgun. It's a run, and it's going to be a nice first down carry.
Did you see Myles Garrett just get thrown to the ground at the end of that play?
You know, I'm starting to actually feel like the Madden creators hate the Browns.
I think that might be a little bit of it.
Because they act like Myles Garrett is some UDFA.
And they literally put a star under him, or an X Factor under him.
Watch Myles Garrett at the bottom of your screen on this play. Let's see what he does. 1st and 10. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Myles Garrett just ran down ETN.
Sorry, Madden. I was unfamiliar with your game.
A defensive end weighing almost 300 pounds just ran down a running back. 2nd and 5. That was actually insane. And here's the thing, like, that doesn't come off as like a great play by Garrett. But he's on the other side of the line and just tracks him down. All right, let's watch Garrett again here. Make another play, 95. Nope, nothing to be had this time. First down. Travis Etienne is looking like Walter Payton and Barry Sanders morphed into one today. 1st and 10 Jags. They're up by 7 in the fourth quarter. 21-14. Etienne likely to take another snap or take another handoff from Lawrence, who lines up under center. It does go to Travis Etienne, and it's a gain of 3. I mean, it has to be a field goal here, right? Sure, you'd love a turnover of sorts, but you make it a 10-point game with 4 minutes to go. It gives you a better chance and a lot better of a chance than had it been a 14-point deficit. Under center, Lawrence takes the snap. It's a run to the left. This will be a touchdown. Another touchdown for Travis Etienne. The Browns defense just getting gassed. Season's over. 28-14 after the PAT. I mean, no one is even in their lanes. No one's getting upfield. There's no push. Extra point is up, and it is good. The Browns need a miracle. They're down 14 with under 4 to go in the fourth quarter. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. But here's the issue. They need to get the ball back, which means they either need a defensive stop or an onside kick. And to be honest with you, I think they're more likely to get the onside kick. the camera guy fell. Fell in the Boogermobile. Bring that back. Man, I'd super chat a lot of money to get the Boogermobile back.
No doubt.
Just sticking Booger in the freezing cold and just whipping him around like it's a roller coaster.
Just let him do his thing.
Fine, Naheem Hines. Take it to 24. It's not only they give you the 25 if you take a knee. 1st and 10. Watson, who's had a pretty solid-ish day. I don't know. 1 touchdown pass, 1 touchdown run. Hasn't turned it over. He had 1 bad throw, an incomplete pass, but other than that, he has not been the problem. It's all in the defense. Snap to Deshaun. Play fake. Throwing to his left. That is caught. Big gain. There we go. Nice throw. Hooking up with Amari Cooper and the Browns out towards midfield on the very first play. Cooper's been awesome. He's over 100 yards. He's got a touchdown. Nice snag by number 2. Watson at his own 45. Got to move quickly now. Snap to Deshaun. Throwing to the right. That is caught. Nice play. There we go. Jerry Jeudy getting involved. That's his first grab of the day. Let's move. Let's move. Let's really move, boys. Come on. 3 minutes and counting. If you want one encouraging thing, at least the offense is going to be good this year. Watson in shotgun at the Jacksonville 30. Takes the snap. Throwing over the middle in traffic. It is caught. Gain of 4. Just the trade-off is not worth it. 4 yards or 30 seconds. I'd rather have 30 seconds. Clock's ticking, boys. Wakey, wakey. Watson from the Jacksonville 26. Under 2.5. Takes the snap. Throwing to the right. That's picked off. That is intercepted. He had Jerry Jeudy open for a touchdown, and he just underthrew it. Just when I thought things were going nicely for Cleveland, at least on one half of the football. Tyson Campbell. I mean, Judy's open. That's got to be 6. Oh, my goodness gracious. Here comes our father, Travis Etienne. He has quite literally skull-fucked the Browns defense into the shadow realm. 1st and 10. Just put us out of our misery. Get a first down right here. I actively am rooting for the Jags to get a first down here. I don't want to be baited into any false sense of hope. You know what? That's such bullshit by this defense. You decide now to make the first stop negative yardage-wise, or even just lack of positive yards, an inconsequential moment? Where was that all game long? 2-minute warning. Yeah, let's sub. Sub for dubs. Because this ain't working. Clearly, they can't do it on their own. Another run for Jack. I'm irate right now. You decide to show up at this moment in the game, defense, when it's already over. A little late. 3rd and 9. So the Browns are going to fall to 0-2. They'll go home and play the Giants. It's a must-win game. This was a must-win game. That is a must-win game. This was a must-win game in the lens of it's a must-win game. Oh, my God, catch it! 1!
That would have saved it. Oh.
That kind of sums up the day defensively.
Honestly, that's the defensive day in a nutshell, in one play.
Jags punted away on 4th and 9. First punt of the day for Jacksonville. Small return. Minute 44. I believe they have all 3 timeouts still. Oh, no, they might have used 1. I don't know. They used 1, yeah. 2 timeouts remaining. Browns need a miracle. They need a Jets Week 2 miracle. First and 10 for Watson. Out towards midfield. They deliver the longest play call every time they get to the huddle off the sideline. Watson under center. Takes the snap, drops back, throws over the middle. Oh my goodness. Amari Cooper just got ran over. Incomplete pass. Thornhill, you have no right to be upset. You dropped a surefire interception. Second and 10 for the Browns. Snap to Deshaun. Looking. And he's sacked. Oh, fumble. Oh, he's sacked, I think. I don't know what it is. Third and 11. Sack, fumble, you call it. Timeout, Browns. Browns defense has yet to generate a single sack this year, I think. Other team has gotten to the Browns.
That's not good.
Browns haven't gotten to them. Third and 11. Watson in shotgun. Pressure. And he is taken down for a 2-yard gain. Final timeout by Cleveland. 4th and 9. This will be the game. No? They're going to let the clock run, which honestly, if that was the situation, I would too. It won't take you long to get to the line of scrimmage here, where if you got the first down, that would take you a longer time to run up 9+ yards. Snap to Watson. Throwing. Caught. First down, Jacksonville. Caught out of bounds. And that will do it. That will put the nail in the coffin. Jags will need out. They get revenge for last year. It'll be 28-14 Jacksonville. They improve to 1-1 on the year. Browns fall to 0-2. They get ready to have the Giants come to town for week 3. And what is now mathematically a now-win game. Victory formation for the Jags. Okay. I don't want to see any more of this. Predict the actual score. Browns versus Jags. What do you think it'll be come week 2? You thought I just wanted week 1 predictions? I want week 2 predictions. Keeping you guys on your toes. Oh, man. This is bringing out a fear that I've kind of been hiding, which is, and I've said it before on the channel, it's not easy for defenses to stay consistent year to year. Much easier for offenses. And I don't want to say the Browns wasted their defensive magic last year because they needed to have a good year last year. But I need them to come back hungrier than ever. The good news is it is year 2 under Jim Schwartz. And Jim Schwartz's defenses historically vastly improved from year 1 to year 2. The other good news is it's fucking Madden. And I'm kind of forgetting that. But hopefully this is very far from real life. Sub for dubs. All right. Yeah. Appreciate everyone for watching our Madden Sim. If you enjoyed it, hit the sub button down below. All right. We'll throw our Super Chat menu on for one last time. If you'd like to get on screen or keep the live show going, Super Chat. Otherwise, we do have to sign off. I do appreciate everyone for tuning in, hanging out with us. It's the slow part of the offseason. There's no doubt about it. So for you guys to be here right now, it says a lot about your fandom and your dedication to this team. So pat yourself on the back. Cool Guy, Kathy, Time Lord, Joseph Potter, New World Man, Time Man the Buckeye, Jacob Kistner, Moreno B, George. I don't understand. Jags aren't that good. I get you. Love you too, Kathy. All right. That will do it for us on our show today. Trivia. Well, I only got back from my absolute hell of a travel episode this morning, like Tuesday morning, 1:30 a.m. So I didn't get a time to really fix the trivia game. But I'm trying to remember if there's a question. No, I need proper wording of that. Okay, I'll give you the multiple choice question. This will be the final question. I'm going to give you, for you guys, we'll just do 3 cities. Keep it short and sweet. 3 cities. You tell me which city has the most Michelin star restaurants.
Okay.
All right, ready? Paris, Tokyo, New York City.
I, for some reason, thought this was going to be just America. So
Yeah.
I'm going to roll Paris.
It's a good guess.
It's wrong, though.
Tokyo.
See, I was going to say Tokyo because that feels like that's the... Really? Tokyo is the answer?
It's a huge city.
That's also
So
true.
there's a little more
It's
restaurants.
also true.
And then I actually did a whole deep dive. I never understood like the history behind Michelin star. It's actually pretty cool history. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, countries pay Michelin to be added to the Michelin star, not to get stars, but to get added to their like reviews.
Interesting.
Like Thailand paid like millions of dollars for Michelin to come review their restaurants and
That's
include it
crazy.
in their annual book of top restaurants in Thailand.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought
I
it was
didn't.
really
I didn't
cool.
know that.
Canada is yet to be in Michelin star restaurants. Not like Michelin star restaurants, but be reviewed by Michelin. And Toronto and Vancouver are paying for them to come review their restaurants to get notoriety.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty cool too. I didn't know that. All right. That will do it for us on our live show today. Shout out to all of you for hanging out with us. We will sign off and we will see you all later.